Yo, well, everybody, it's me. I guess I'm calling myself MDC. And as some of you might know, I just finished pharmacy school, just finished internship and everything. Not even in Kingston anymore. Just moved back in with my parents, so your boy got time. And I guess I just decided to do a little mini series here on my personal page, my personal YouTube page called TTI. That's a story time episode or story time series, talking about just some random story times of some random crap that we do. So first of all, let me just say welcome to everybody to the first episode here on TTI. Alright, let's get into it. Today we're talking about the time I was on top of Jamaica. So it all started with my friend. He's a part of the Rotary Club and he invited me to this Blue Mountain hike thing that they were having. Rotary Club, by the way, is a very good club, service club. They do services every Saturday, every other Saturday I think. Basically it's just a volunteering club and they help like the less fortunate and things like that, you know, certain initiatives. You guys should check them out. Go check out their IG page and their Facebook page and all of that. Might link it down in the bio, might not. But yeah, it's a very good club, so you guys go check it out. But yeah, so my friend invited me to this Blue Mountain hike thing that they were having on one random Saturday. So I was like, yeah man, alright, I can do this. I've always wanted to do the Blue Mountain hike. I always wanted to, you know, see what it's like and so on. Being on the peak and saying, alright, made it, this and that, this and that. So I was like, alright, I'm gonna go. So in preparation now, got all my food together, got all my articles of clothing together because I don't play with warmth, so make sure I have enough layers so I can stay warm and all of that. Yeah, I got my food, I got some flashlights. I think my friend got me some flashlights because I was planning to use my phone because apparently I never knew how serious it was. Never knew it was going to be like a 4-hour thing, so I was planning to use my phone, but my friend was like no, and they got me some flashlights. Did I mention food? Yeah, so I got some food for the journey and some proper shoes, you know, because I know I'm gonna walk and things, so I get some proper shoes. So in my mind now, I'm ready for this. I'm well ready, I know say, you know, it's gonna be some easy peasy business because, you know, I regularly used to go up Mountain Spring. And Mountain Spring I don't know nothing, so I say, yeah man, we can do Blue Mountains, probably like what, twice the distance of Mountain Spring. Plus, before I got my car, I used to walk around everywhere. So basically, even if I don't want to go sovereign, but I walk from a house go sovereign. Sometimes if you want to go school, more from a house go school. If you want to go home from school, more walk at the end of the day. So I'm like, it's not nothing. It's gonna be a breeze. So I went to the Rotary Club meeting point. Everybody met up so that we can get the drive and go up to Blue Mountains. We stood there for an hour or two. I think what was happening? I think one of the bus them did broke down or something like that, and we just end up having to be standing there for about 1 or 2 hours. Then we said we couldn't park at the place where the designated meeting point was because the tour company never sent the letter to the place that we were supposed to park at. So basically we were trespassing. So everybody there have to kind of park at them friend house that were close and then just come back. So immediately things are after a rocky start, you know. But we're there with friends, so you know, we have a bit of vibe and thing. And I said, alright, cool, yeah, this not too bad, you know. Bad not so bad. We have vibe and thing, yeah, sure. So finally now the bus comes, as I said, 2 or so hours later, and we're on our way to Blue Mountains or wherever it is. I can't remember where we actually go with the bus and stop. We're on our way to that place. And I got a call from one of, like, at the time I was in a partnership with somebody with a little project, a little side project, and basically the person wasn't happy with something that I did on my end. So I was like, alright, cool, I'm gonna fix it, but I can't fix it right now because I'm going to Blue Mountains. The person was kind of pissed and I was like, I can't really do nothing, but I felt really bad and I was just in a bad mood because of that. So that's a point number 2 why I was just in a bad mood for that night. And it was like 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yo, I should stay on my sleep. And no, man, I go walk up the mountain. Man, when I tell you, I was really contemplating my life right there and my choices and my choice to go up Blue Mountain. But I'm like, alright, you know what? This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You know, I'm just go up, clear my mind, stop thinking about all the worldly tethers, and just go up the mountain, hike, and be one with nature. Hallelujah. So we finally reach a destination where everybody come off, and then you have these little like jeeps thing that carry up like a steeper path to the actual foot of the mountain, I guess. And everybody just piled up in the Jeep. That was like a fun experience because it's just a couple of us in like one Jeep going up, and it's like the open air. It's like a van back type thing. So in the van back, rocketing and, and everything around from side to side and so on. That was actually the experience. So by the time I reached the foot of the mountain, I was in a little peppy mood. I was better. So by the time I reached now though, and then all the cars them drive off, pitch black. So I was like, I don't know why, but I just felt like there were street lights along the path to the top of Blue Mountains. So I was really not expecting for it to be pitch black. So no, I definitely understood why my friend was like, no, you need flashlight for it or so on. And I'm like, okay, alright, now I get it. So I pull out my flashlight. It's a head flashlight, so I strap it on my head, turn it on, and thing. Then the tour guide comes and he gives us it's a pep talk and so on. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're going through about 7 or 6 paths, and then you reach the peak and you come back down. Then it basically told us about, if we're feeling any way, like if we feel a certain way, we have to listen to ourselves. We can't watch nobody. You have to, take a breather whenever you feel like you're going to drop down and dead. And I'm like, alright, that sound like me. We can listen to that one day. So we start walking now, and immediately we kind of fall in 2 groups. It's like fast group, slow group. I was in the fast group. But yes, so walking 2 groups, fast group, slow group, and it's basically this long trail called Jacob's Ladder. That was the first part of the trail, and we're walking for a little while now, and all of a sudden I found myself to the front. So I feel hype now. I'm like, yeah man, we can't do this. Look, everybody behind me, but they're front and thing on me. They have a little stick on my walk and thing, and we finally reached this clearing. So like a part of the path that kind of gave you a view to like looking over some city or some town, and I was like, yeah man, this can do, until I realized that was like quarter of the first path, and I was like, oh, there's more. So we passed that clearing and we're walking up furthermore, walk up until we reach some cabins now. So I see these cabins and I'm like, alright, looks like we reached somewhere. It's like a nice little setup. Look like them make people stay overnight and so on. You have little rooms and so on, and you have some gazebos. I'm like, yeah man, I must reach somewhere. So I'm like, alright. And then I guess we still never really understand, so I just one part of the path that we do. So I looked at somebody that did it already and I was like, how much path we just do? And she was like, 1. And I was just like, excuse me? And she was like, no worry man, we reached halfway. Because everybody was like, alright, the first part long, as in the first part, Jacob's Ladder long. So I'm like, alright, cool. It's gonna be a breeze. Can't do that again. Can't do that length one more time if I half this. Somebody else though was like, I don't think this is half, I think this is way less than half. But I was like, no, listen to them. Haters gonna hate. So I'm like, alright, I'm prepped for this, prepped for the next half of the journey. Mind you, things start get cold. Well cold. And I'm like, well, the person, the trainer tells us, at first we don't want to be wearing our jackets and our hoodies and so on because we're going to start sweat, and when you sweat, it'll get wet, and when you're wet, you're cold and wet, and you don't want cold and wet, trust me, you're gonna dead. So basically, I'm there in just my t-shirt, but things start get cold now, so I'm like, yeah man, things are get cold. Anyway, so we move on from the cabins and we're walking up a little distance. So in my mind now, I just have the time frame of when we just walk a while ago, because I say, alright, one more we just do, I reach peak, take a look at a picture of them and say, yes guys, I did it, and go back home. So the time frame passed, and I'm like, something wrong, cause it's in fact the passes are getting narrower and steeper and higher, and I'm just like, alright, what keep? Then that is when we start to see some signs, and the signs start saying, all right, 3 miles left, 1 mile left. I'm like, excuse me? Because my leg them are killing me now. Mind you, I'm still I'm still with the fast group. Because at this point though, the fast group kind of reach well far ahead of the slow group. But I'm still in the fast group, but I'm like 3 or 4 people behind the front. And that was so annoying too, because like I'm walking and the person in front of me, and the thing is, they say while I'm walking and going up the hill, my legs them kind of dead. After a while I'm just dead, couldn't feel nothing, numb. So it's just my brain, like my muscles just going off memory and just walking. So the thing is, the person in front of me now, they're taking me out of that rhythm because them walk so slow, and them and I'm in my rhythm. If me ever stop, if me stop it, that can't walk nothing more, dead, pronounce. So what I had to do each time is that I had to just stop sometimes and make the person make she walk up, and then we'll start walk and get into the rhythm. You know, couldn't stop. I have to just like slow down a little bit so that she could get ahead of me, so I could walk up a little more. And I even remember one time like me get, yeah man, I'm just pass out to everybody and I go in front again. Come on, I couldn't manage it. But yeah, it was happening. It was happening, going up. And then there was a sign that was like, no, I think someone was leading us who did it already. And at a certain point, they were saying, no worry man, I just 18 minutes left. Now in my head, I'm like, alright, 18 minutes, but 18 minutes divided by 3, that's a 6. So that's a 6 song. So in my mind, just start sing song. So I sing some song, so that by 6 song pass, me can know say, alright, me feel at the peak now. 10 song passing in my head, and that's one long song me I sing. 10 song gone in my head, still a walk, still a climb. And I'm like, me a dead now. Pretty sure I'm one ball. I'm like, I really want to reach the top. And because too, you know, I'm just never sleep. So this is probably like 3 o'clock or like 5 o'clock. About 4:45 or something like so. I'm dead. When I sleep, my leg them kill me. And I'm just not seeing nothing, like literally the place pitch black except for the spot on the ground that my flashlight is lighting up. And now I'm just get concerned. I'm like, I'm just not seeing no peak. I'm not seeing no peak. 10 song pass. That what? 10 times 3, 30 minutes. Somebody I tell lie. I'm like, a robber I get robbed. Like, are we there just leading us off? Is this where the bag of people just go missing? You know, like them a lead we have to with death, or lead we have to something, and then with them rob we have a flashlight, our phone, and then left way. I'm like, somebody I tell lie at this point. So by this time now, I say yeah man, alright. We need for rest. So I'm just finding random rock. I'm just kinda chill this up a little bit, and then one bridge in there chill with me too, cause it's 12 we are there low key. So at this point now, the whole crowd gone left way and we one, and then we just say, alright, we need to start walking again. So it's just a walk now. There's nobody. I just kind of two away, but like they're kind of inside. I can see little glimpse of light ahead. So I'm just a walk. And what was annoying today was a bag of turns. So it's like you go up and you have to turn around and go up, you turn and go up again. So I'm just like at every turn, I say no, because I'm like every turn I expect the peak. No. So after a while, I'm just stop expecting things from life and just accept disappointment. Accept say yeah, them a go rob we. Yeah, them a go take my phone. Why me carry 2 phone now? Jeez and peace and power bank. Why? Sigh. This is sad. And then after a while I just start say, alright, we must soon reach. So I'm just start listening to his screaming. Like good screaming, not the bad kind. I wasn't for the bad kind too, you know, because I'm like, alright, yeah, we soon reach the murder destination. But I was listening up for screams in general. Because, you know, when them reach, they're like, woo, 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 if them reach. So I'm like, alright, I'm just listening out for that. Eventually, I hear that, and I'm like, yes, I don't know, the